Hello, this is Jonathan with VORTEK Spaces. In this video, I will show you how to adjust the lighting in your project to create the perfect mood every time. A good lighting will really help your customer project themselves in their future room. With the live lighting adjustments, Spaces makes this part of your work so much easier, since you always see in real time any adjustments that you're doing. To start adjusting your lighting, you need to be in the Staging tab. So the first thing I would like to show you is the Ambient Light. The Ambient Light is an overall lighting that makes sure that you can see everywhere in your project when you first get in. Then when you start adding your lights, the Auto Exposure feature will help you balance the final result. To add a light in your project, all you have to do is to click on the light bulb icon on the left side, then click on Add a New Light. After that, wherever you click in your project, that's where your light bulb will appear. After that, you can click on the light bulb and see the different options. The first one will make arrows appear next to your light so you can go and move them around. Those are the same tools that we use, for example, for the 3D objects. You also have a rotation option where you can go and just give an angle to your light. After that, you can play with the type of light. We have the spotlight. We also have something that we call the point light inside Spaces. We can play after that with the intensity of the light. We can play with the range, which is how far from the light the objects will be affected. You can also play with the angle of that light, then the temperature. Once satisfied, you simply click X to apply your choices. Here is something else that is very useful. If you use L on the keyboard, you'll be able to add lights without having to click on the button in the panel again. Then all the lights at the same height level will be grouped together by default, so you don't need to adjust them all one by one. To create different effect lightings in your project, you can use the IES light profiles. To do that, switch your lights to a point light and then go down in the menu where you can see all the different shapes of lights that can be applied to your project. To enhance the effect of the light fixture in my project, I will go and add two lights on the top of my light fixture. They'll be grouped together by default. Then I'll switch them to point lights. Using the arrows, I'll just bring them down about the same height as the light bulbs. Then I'll change the intensity, play with the range as well, and finally just make the temperature a little bit warmer to match the tone of my light bulbs. Now it's time to take care of the sunlight. By clicking on the sun icon on the left side, then click on sun. You can play with the direction, making sure that the sun will enter your room. You can also play with the elevation. You can play with the temperature, a little bit warmer, colder on the other side. Play with the intensity of your sun. Adding sunlight in your project will add a lot of warmth and will make your project look a lot more inviting for your customer. The next step in the Staging tab is the Skybox. The Skyboxes are 360-degree picture that will show behind your project. They will also really help creating a mood for your project, making it look a little bit more like your customer's home. Once you pick the Skybox that you like, you can also use a rotation to make it match, for example, like the sunlight coming inside your project. You can also modify the exposure of your Skybox. Thank you for watching. You can click below to see the final result of this project. Make sure to watch the other videos in this series covering materials, lighting, videos and pictures, VR extension, and way more. If you are interested, we also offer one-on-one personalized online training covering all of the aspects of the application.